Safe area entered. Entering hostile report zone. Rogue agent eliminated. Nearby rogue agent killed.
Oh.
Agent neutralized nearby. Nearby rogue agent killed. Rogue agent neutralized nearby.
Agents, what's going on? It is your boy Patrick Wolf here. I've got an absolutely insane build for you guys. I've never had this much fun with a build in a long time. It's been a while since I've had this much fun. Crazy, crazy. I think I'm losing my voice from shouting in laughter, and I've just been in the dark zones, absolutely destroying everything I see. Guys, I've found in what I believe to be possibly the new meta or a counter to clutch builds, shotgun builds. This build is unreal. One of your chem launcher shots, the fire starter, will kill any person with below 300k armor. Just one shot, you're dead. And the funny thing is okay, you know what? I'm getting ahead of myself. Let me just go inside and we'll explain this. This is the Pyro build, guys. The Pyro build uses the Firestarter Chem Launcher. It uses the Pyromaniac, the special gun, the M4. Now, the whole point of this build is to be extremely tanky, to shoot fire at people and watch them burn. It is hilarious. I'm killing people with just my Chem Launcher. I had a similar build early on in the year, but this is just blows it out of the water. You use your Chem Launcher and a Seeker Mine. The Seeker Mine that starts fires. If you don't know what that is, I'll show you in a second. It blows up, it puts them on fire. You're just going to be burning people left, right, and center. Originally, I was going to make this as a PvE build, but it's absolutely ridiculously potent in PvP. So this build can be used in PvE. It's very strong in PvE. The only difference is obviously stack more damage to elites. This is going to be a PvP version. It's just crazy strong. So the first thing we're going to want to do is use the Technician, not Survivalist, the Technician, because we get a lot of extra skill power from this. You're going to want to make sure skill damage is up, and you're going to get 50% skill power. You can use whatever you want. We're going to be using an assault rifle. You need this assault rifle for this build. Unfortunately, if you don't use it, you can still run this build, but you're going to be shooting marshmallows. So just keep in mind what I'm about to explain to you guys. This is going to be a tricky one, but this build is absolutely broken. It is so good. Make sure assault rifle damage is up. This is the build, guys, the Pyro build. Now, at first glance, it doesn't look like anything special, but there are key elements in this build that makes it very strong. 0, 11, 9. You're probably wondering, 0, 11, 9. Guys, you absolutely shred people with this build. Do not be fooled by the damage. Let me just go over all the stats. So we have got a very low 13.5 base damage, right? 503k armor, 500,000 armor on this build. 47k health, and we've got just under, I could probably make it 3,000 skill power for the chem launcher if I just use mods, electronics mods, but I don't need to because that activates all the mods I need. So make sure you've got enough skill power to activate all your mods. So let's go over this build and why we call this the Pyro build. First of all, the Pyromaniac is a very, very nice assault rifle. This is an M4 variant. It's very strong. It's got perfectly ignited. So we are getting 40% damage. That's where we're going to be getting our damage from this and the mask. So perfectly ignited. deal 40% damage to burning enemies. After 2 kills, applies burning to the next enemy you hit. It's crazy, crazy strong. You just blitz through people. It's got Allegro and double duty as well. This gun is a must-have. You guys need to get it. It's so potent. In PvE, I can't even imagine. I haven't even done a lot of testing in PvE yet, but in PvP, it absolutely shreds people. Shreds people with the same amount of armor as I've got. It's scary. When modding the Pyromaniac, you need to make sure that you put this piece right on. Because has a long rail. This weapon has a long rail, which means we can put the linked laser pointer, which is part of the technician specialization. This allows you to have 20% extra damage. Perfect spotter procs. Every time you aim at an enemy, they get pulsed. So you get 20% extra damage from using this. So make sure you guys have this unlocked and use it. It's very, very good. I've just put damage to elites. And then over here, I've got the ACOG scope, which utilizes the Nemesis as my secondary to proc that extra headshot damage while it's holstered. And then I put plus 20 rounds in the magazine. The more bullets, the better. So that's how you mod the Pyromaniac. I came across a few people in the Dark Zone with crazy strong clutch builds and 500,000k armor SMG hive builds. I don't have full hazard protection with this build. I absolutely decimated them. They didn't even, guys, I didn't even shoot my gun to kill these people. It's just hilarious. But anyways, I need to leave that up to you guys to test it yourself. So let me just stop babbling on and let's continue. So we don't have a lot of damage. But remember, 40%, because the whole point of this build is to put people on fire. 40% plus this right here, guys. So we're going to go into the pieces now. Perfect spotter. This works with this gun. You will be getting an extra 20% damage every time you aim at someone. I've got skill power and health because skill power is very important for this build. Make sure to put as much Seeker Mine and Chem Launcher on the utility mod starts as you can. This works. 20% hazard protection from the 2 Healer Guard is perfect. Now, I was very tempted to use my Hollow Man. I've rerolled this 53% hazard that gives me 113% hazard protection just off the mask. But this is where we're going to be getting all our damage. So you will be amazed at how much damage you do if someone's on fire. So that's 60% extra damage just off those 2 pieces, guys. It's unreal. With the chest piece, I've decided to go for this one because I have my highest armor rolls on this piece. It also gives me 20% skill haste because it's an Alp Summit. And Bloodsucker is really good just to help me stack more armor because you want to survive as much as you can so you have enough time to shoot them with the chem so you can put them on the fire so you can proc all the other parts of this build. So I feel like survivability is very important with this build because if you go down instantly, you won't have enough time because you need some time to pop it. So it takes a bit of practice, but once you get used to it, you can pop them pretty quick. Then I've got some armor rolls in there. Make sure you put chem heals, chem launcher skill power mods, and total armor plus armor. That's a beautiful one. Look at that, guys. 5.8k with 3%. So make sure you do that with the chest piece. Holster. This is just a generic one. If you guys don't have it, you need it. Fenris holster. 10% AR damage, 11% skill haste, and 494 skill power. I can't decide whether I want more skill power or skill haste. I'll probably go for more skill haste because the quicker the better the chem launcher bullets come. Precise is a must for that extra headshot damage. Help you get through people's armor pretty quickly. The backpack, Murakami, we've gone for to give us a bit of extra health. Total armor, armor, skill power. Armor and skill power is a must because you're going to be spamming people. I'm going to explain to you guys in a second. When we get to the skills, I'm going to explain how you play with this build because there's a certain way. You cannot just go up to people and face tank them. You will die. It won't work. I've tried that already. Hardened and tech support. Now, you could use perfect tech support, but like we always say, I agree with Easy TV when he says, don't sacrifice your build just for a perfect talent. That's not a good idea. Look at these stats I've got on here. This is ridiculous. So make sure to go for your right builds. Don't be tempted by the perfect talents. Tech support right there. This is going to constantly be up. Every time you kill an NPC or a player, it refreshes and you get it for a whole 10-second, 25% extra damage. Guys, one bullet from your chem launcher will kill someone. If they're quite tanky, 2 to 3 bullets, and you just keep spamming it. So that's what you need on the backpack. BTSU gloves are a must for the damage. This buffs the damage significantly. Make sure you do it because that gives us 90% extra damage just from, and duration. Duration works with this as well, guys. The cloud stays up for a long time. If someone stays in the cloud, any NPC, any heroic NPC, they will die in one cloud because of the skill duration. Now, if you put capacitive on your build, you can only imagine how much stronger you could make this. I haven't done that because I've opted for other things first. So we have gone for BTSU with skill power, drone skill power, Seeker as well, and then whatever best armor rolls you got, some big armor rolls with percentage based armor rolls. The knee pads, this is something that I put on for a reason because I want to go and test it in PvE. You can put on whatever knee pads you want. This build is so versatile. The main parts of this build is tech support, Pyromaniac gun, and the perfect spotter mask. Those are the three cornerstones of the build. Without that, this build probably won't work. I'm sure you guys have all the other pieces. I know it might be difficult to get the gun, but my word, guys, it's insane. I'm going to only use that from now on. It's crazy strong. I'm sure you saw from the footage. I was having a blast. So I've just rolled with armor. The more armor, the better. I'll explain to you guys in a second. So before we go to the stats, let's have a look at the skills. How do you play with this build? You put down the Seeker Mine, guys. It's an 18-second cooldown. So every time I put the Seeker Mine down, you have to manually target people, but it's easy. It just pops quickly and burns. As soon as that person's on the burn, half their armor's gone. And then when you use the chem launcher, this is the thing, right? You surround people with a cloud of gas. If they shoot you, they die. If they're in the gas and they shoot, it ignites the gas and they get blown up. It's the funniest thing ever. Like, people were outraged. I got so many hate messages. It's ridiculous. It's so much fun. You just shoot it all over the place, and people, if anything shoots it or anything goes on, they completely burn to death. It's ridiculous. So now, if you have 100% hazard protection, you're still going to get damaged by it. I guarantee you. It still damages you because it's not just burn damage. It really does. It creates a cloud of explosive gas. So don't be fooled. People might be thinking, oh, but if I've got 100, it doesn't work. It'll help you a lot because then I won't be able to proc my gun talent, but that doesn't matter. Like, this build is tanky enough so you can continuously shoot at people. But anyways, that's situational. So let's go over the mods. Now, the mods that I've opted out for is 138 skill haste, 165 skill haste, and 54% damage. A nicer damage roll would be better, but it just hits. This hits really good, but this is mainly to put extra burn on the people. Now, to be fair, guys, I'm probably going to try using a healer hive to heal myself, because with the BTSU from the cloud, you're going to be getting a lot of healing. You're going to just constantly heal. So I think using a chem hive to heal yourself might be a better option if you're just satisfied with using the chem. Don't use the turret, the flame turret. It's ridiculously useless. Don't use it. If you want to use it, you can. In PvE, it's great, but not in PvP. So this one I've gone for 96% damage and 6 ammo, because the more ammo, the better. You could even potentially, yeah, guys, you could actually, if you want, put that. You don't even need the damage, but 12 shots is a bit of an overkill. It's up to you. It depends what mods you have. But PvP damage, guys, is 91,000, and this is without the BTSU procced and the cloud duration. It's scary. I'm sorry, guys, I don't even want to go into the base of operations and show you just how much. You know what? Let's just do it. Let me just go and show you guys this damage. But first, we're going to go to the stats. All right. So we're going to go through it. I'm not going to read everything. You guys can go pause it. 70% headshot damage, all weapons damage bonus 0. Don't you worry, guys. I think we do get a bit of assault rifle damage. Damage to release is 30 still, so if we could put some, it might be extra. Don't worry about the 25% AR damage. It goes up by a lot. Perfect spotters there. We've got all the nice talents active. Armor, health on kill, explosive resistance, hazard protection. Like I said, you guys can change this build to whatever you want. These builds are always a template for you to work upon. You can put that Hollow Man mask and be 100% immune. You could do that. Just be immune. It's up to you, instead of going for perfect spotter. If you don't really want to shoot people, if you don't want to shoot people and just use the chem launcher, then just go for the Hollow Man mask with the 100% hazard protection. That would be perfect, because then you wouldn't be put on fire or anything else like that. So if we go to the skills right here, let's go Seeker Mine. Burn duration 11,000, 31% skill haste, which is pretty decent. 31% skill haste is okay. That's not too bad. Burn damage is crazy good. Cloud radius is okay. It could be better. So all of that is active. All of that is pretty strong. So this build is unbelievably potent. I'm just going to quickly give a little demonstration in the shooting range. So let's have a look. We're just going to do a quick. It's not going to be anything fancy. We're just going to put on very hard. And I'm just going to show you guys just how potent this actually is. So if you see, guys, you just shoot it at the enemies. Now you can shoot as many as you want. You don't actually have to do too much. Then to ignite it, you just put a few bullets, and everything's dead. It just erupts. It just blows everything out of the water. It's crazy strong. So just give it a try, guys. I really want you to try this build. This is the Pyro build. It could potentially be a next meta build, maybe. It definitely kills the current meta. I had no problem eliminating players with the meta build. You know, the Negotiator's Dilemma, even though they did tank a bit more, but they were still an easy kill. Once I swap to my gun, they get shredded. Any kind of berserk clutch build, you cannot beat me because I keep shooting my cloud canisters at you. And if you even try and shoot your bullet, you're dead. It's hilarious. So give this build a try. I love this build. This is a power build. I'm Patrick Wolf. Make sure to subscribe to the channel and leave a like, and I'll be seeing you agents in the next video. Peace out, boys.